All right, everybody. Welcome to FreQ, the first ever BIM Berlin student radio. Very happy to be here. This is our pilot episode. So today we're going to go over to meet with some artists, ask them some awesome questions about their upcoming releases, about their songs, what they're into, all that kind of stuff. Then we're also going to have a little bit on music business, what's hot, what's not. You decide, folks. So to kick things off, I'm Marina. I'm a year 3 music business student. I'm your host for the show. And I'll take it over to the other host.
My name is Nick. I'm year 3 music business, big friend of Marina's. I'll be sub-hosting for her this episode, and let's get it kicking.
Awesome. So today we're going to start with introducing our artists. First, I'll introduce Nina Chiodin, a year 3 vocal student, incredibly talented, absolutely wonderful, just an all-around package.
Aww.
I know, it's all very cute. And then over here, we got the awesome Sasha, year 1 music production student.
Hell yeah, brother.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Woo. So what are some of your influences with your music craft and how you guys go about writing songs?
I would say I definitely have a lot, but the most important ones are probably Erykah Badu, definitely. Like her album Mama's Gun is just one of the best things ever written. And I love her like arrangements and her lyrics, and yeah. Also, I've been like listening a lot to Cleo Sol, who has been a big influence. Her vocals and her harmonies are just beautiful, and yeah. Also Frank Ocean lately, because he's just really good at mixing different genres, and that's what I'm about as well. So he does that just beautifully. But yeah, I would say that's it for now.
Incredible. Sasha, let's take it over to you.
I guess I'd say my my two biggest ones are like Radiohead, and for like many reasons. Creatively, it like kind of takes me off the leash a bit listening to them. And then also My Chemical Romance is like my favorite band. So like that's kind of that. Those two definitely kind of make the music I make sound the way it does. I guess that's how it works. But My Chem for the very in-your-face, very rocky, very heavy and fun music that they make. Like I guess it's kind of the polar opposite when it comes to rock to Radiohead. And I listen to all kinds of other stuff. I've been on a Kendrick like phase right now, so like it's anything. I also listen to a lot of like Americana and country, so it's everywhere.
Yeah, I'm on a Kendrick phase as well at the moment.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got one of his records on vinyl, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, which one?
Like To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, that's my favorite, 100%.
Yeah,
it's like going on a loop.
Iconic. Quite the variety of influences. I love it. So, next thing. Do you guys have any upcoming releases you'd like to talk about?
I have a lot of things coming up soon for my band Red Summer. So that's like my band. We're a 3-piece. It's Ocean, who's a year 2 drummer at BIM, and guitarist and also vocalist, co-vocalist Kabir Bhattacharya, who's a year 1 guitarist here at BIM. Right now we're a 3-piece, so it's kind of we still have a lot of things on track. We're looking for someone to fill in bass, and yes, we do have a song coming out soon, but we usually don't do teasers, as I personally think that teasers only work when you have a very solid, large fan base. But yes, we do have something coming out very soon. But we did just release a song 2 weeks ago, so Phase 2, Red Summer. We just released that.
Yeah, I actually have one coming out on Friday, February 18th, which I'm really, really excited about. It's like, I don't know, it's very like a song that's very close to me. It took me a while as well to like write and record everything, but now it's going to be out and I'm excited as hell. Yeah.
Awesome. Do you want to talk a little bit about like the production process, kind of how did it come about?
Yeah, I can talk about maybe in general how the song came together. Yeah, it was actually like quite a confusing time, like when I wrote it, because it's about someone I used to date that's who was quite addicted to drugs, and she had an extremely complex personality, and you know how artists are, we just analyze that stuff in songs. So like essentially more is about the way she seemed to be kind of dealing with her traumatic past by being like super ecstatic and out of her mind and extremely happy all the time, and like she had this like euphoric view on life, but she kind of didn't care about her life enough to have it, so it was quite complex. And I was kind of a little bit of a mess, and I was trying to make sense out of it, because obviously on one side she was giving me this way of life that was also really beautiful, like kind of living in the moment and forgetting about everything else, but at the same time it was also like difficult to deal with it. So yeah, this one day I was quite she had disappeared for a rave for like 3 days, and I was quite worried, and I sat down on my piano and I just wrote like the chords, the bass chords, and put it on my Logic straight away and started arranging it straight away. And especially like, yeah, first it was the piano, the drums, and the bass, and the guitar came in after, and started writing lyrics about it. And I think it's like the lyrics I'm most proud of, probably. But yeah, that's how it came about.
I have a question for you really quick before the next one comes. I wanted to know, like, how do you, I don't know if you did collaborate with anyone else on this song, but if you did, and if you have with other songs that are really close to your heart, how do you manage collaborating with other people on music that you find so, like, maybe, I assume, very, like, personal and very, like, vulnerable to you?
Oh, it's definitely difficult. Like, it's something I'm struggling with quite a bit, but I have a team working with me that I'm quite close to, because I have been working with them for a couple of years now. So like I do like the bases myself, like I write everything myself, and but someone's helping me with engineering and recording and, you know, mixing, mastering, all that stuff. And I have my musicians who are amazing. But two of the people I work with are my roommates. So I'm quite close to them. They know everything about me. So like I don't feel scared at all sharing that stuff with them. And the other musicians I work with, I also like built a quite good friendship with. And that definitely helps a lot.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, that pretty much answered my question, but...
Sorry.
Taking my spot here.
Stealing the questions from you.
No.
Wonderful. This kind of segues well into the next one I want to ask about. What kind of career challenges have you guys faced, or do you feel there are any kind of hurdles or obstacles you guys are trying to currently overcome currently?
You go first. I need to think about this one.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like something we've already talked about a little bit, but like my biggest challenge is definitely feeling exposed a lot, like because I do think I'm quite an extrovert usually, but I rarely ever open up completely to people, and I feel like with my art I do, and sometimes it's quite challenging, like having someone like see you like that vulnerable and naked. It makes me feel quite uncomfortable, but at the same time it's also something beautiful to share, so it's like, yeah, but I find that difficult, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so kind of the same answer but the opposite. So like I have a hard time personally putting my feelings into song. Like I think that's probably the hardest thing musically I do. I mean, like I'm generally a producer, mixer, that requires no or a lot less emotional engagement. I just need to know the feel of the song to do that. But I also, when I'm songwriting, it's a lot harder to put my soul into a song, because like I'm also an extrovert, but like I'm very open. I share everything with people. Like if they ask, I will be very open. But in my songs, most of them, the songs I'm happiest with are the ones that I share most in, but I have a really hard time putting it into words that I'm like proud of, or words that I like don't find I hate to say the word like cringeworthy, because sometimes it's really hard to put an emotion in and be like, okay, I need to leave it this simple. I don't need to add more metaphor to this. I think my favorite song of mine that has like had like really emotionally engaged and like simple lyrics was my last one, the phase 2 track, and the new one that's coming out, mystery. No, it's March 18th. I don't care. You heard it here first, folks.
It's exciting.
Yeah, but I mean, it's whatever. It's my little project. Yeah, those two songs are very emotionally engaged, very direct, and that's really hard for me. And I'm working on that. I guess that's the biggest hurdle for me, like just emotionally, like engaging in a song when I'm writing it.
Thanks for sharing. It's awesome. No, it's I think it would just be very challenging to kind of overcome those obstacles, and kind of like how open do you be? Like I think that would be very challenging with writing lyrics. How open do you be? How open is too open? And are there really limits to that? So it's very interesting to hear from artists and to kind of explore that. But taking on somewhat more of a fun note, a question for both y'all. What are y'all's dream collabs?
Yeah, I definitely have one artist like that pops to my mind straight away. I don't know if you know her. Do you know Little Sims?
Yeah.
She is amazing. Like she released her new album last year actually, and I think she just won a Brit Award, and
Well deserved.
It was
Sorry?
ridiculously
Well
good,
deserved.
yeah, so deserved. Like it's such a good album, and I don't know, like I admire her so much, like both musically, because like her arrangements are beautiful, the way she like works with different genres, like her flow, like everything about it, you know. But also admire like what she seems to be about. Like she talks a lot about intersectional feminism in her songs, which I think is such a like relevant thing to address in nowadays society. It's and she does it very, very well, and all of her songs are just yeah, I'm in love. So
Yeah, I just love her orchestral arrangements. Really, like
They're so
especially
good.
the last album. There's just they're not like over the top. They're not crazy, but
they just
Yeah.
fit perfectly.
yeah,
It's
every
insane.
time.
Yeah, that whole thing, everything about that record is very, very well done. Like, it's one of those records like that will be remembered for like. I mean, there's a lot of records that you look back on and list. These were great, and people didn't appreciate them. But I feel like that one will be appreciated from the start of it being released and forever. I mean, it's just kind of like it's one of those records.
Definitely. I
It's
was
really
actually
great.
supposed to see her like in January, but
Oh, that's
Rona
Yeah,
just
that's gone.
scored a point again.
Damn.
Yeah. Quite frustrating, but I'll see her when everything's a little more chill.
And Sasha, what about you? Any dream collabs?
I was really trying to see how much stalling time I could have, because like the cop out answer is Tom York, because like I admire his compositional things, and Johnny Greenwood also, like the whole Radiohead crew is very inspiring to me, but I don't want to cop out. I kind of am dabbling in a lot of like the country and kind of like that kind of sound, and I love the vocals, and I love the harmonies that they use in that kind of style. Also folk and like the lyricism in that. So like I'm listening to a lot of one of my favorite bands called Pine Grove. They're like an indie rock country. It's really beautiful music, and it's very open heart. It's very like wearing your feelings on your sleeve. It's very happy, and like it's wonderful morning music. I don't know how else to describe it. And I'd love to just sit down with Evan, who's the singer, and just kind of write a song, because I would like to know how he does that. And I'm kind of a chronic overanalyzer, so and that music shouldn't be analyzed, but I kind of just want to.
So you're saying your dream collab is you and
Evan,
And
probably.
Evan, yeah.
I don't even I don't even know if it's a collab, because I don't know how that would result. I don't want to add too many like secondary dominants into his beautiful open music. If that makes sense to my BIM crew.
I mean, maybe it will work, you know? You never know.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah, no, he's wonderful. And my cop-out answer would be either the Radiohead crew or of course, like Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance. Very creative minds, very, like, fun and, like, cool people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Also, Lizzie McAlpine. She's a really great songwriter that I've been getting into recently, too. Great singer, and, again, think people that their lyrics are very like inspiring to me.
Words of wisdom from Nina Chiodin.
Yeah, no, I'm just wise like that.
No, so wise. So wise. All right, guys. So moving into the next section, hot takes.
So I do have a hot take, and my life revolves around music. So I don't and food, to be fair, but I like most food as long as it's vegan. So my hot take musically, I don't know if it's a hot take anymore. I've never heard someone express it this strongly, but I really don't like the Foo Fighters. I think their music kind of sucks.
I don't think.
But is it because you compare them to Nirvana?
No.
Okay.
I just like on their own. I just kind of find it boring. Like it's the epitome of dad rock to me. Yeah,
People are gonna kill you.
You too. Okay. So it's not
agree.
a hot take. I need to think about another one. I just have never like everyone loves the Foo Fighters, I guess, and like maybe it was part of everyone's childhood, but it wasn't mine. So like,
I'm glad it wasn't mine either.
Yeah, it wasn't mine either.
I feel like it's just kind of boring and slow and.
It's very dad rocky to me.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
And there's dad rock
Guys, we're
that's really
making
great.
ourselves
It's just
like
not
targets here.
I know.
Okay, so I guess that's
Is that our hot
Yeah.
takes? Anybody else have any other?
Like, I have a couple, but I'm really scared to share them because people are gonna
Do
hate
it.
me.
Come on.
do it.
This is a safe space.
Okay, like Dark Side of the Moon has like some of the best songs. Okay, some of the best songs ever written are in there, right?
Yeah.
But I just generally think that as a whole, okay, don't kill me, but as a whole, The Wall is nicer.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
Thank
There's
you.
there's a bunch of
Everyone
filler. There's a
yeah.
lot of filler on Dark Side.
I think I prefer Wish You Were Here.
Really?
Yeah, I like that.
I do
Because-
like it a lot, but The Wall is just
Yeah,
you know.
iconic.
And now we have some headlines cherry-picked by Nick from the soft dystopian times that we live in.
This is old news. Yeah. Well, you've all heard about the Joe Rogan controversy, I think. I mean, if you're not living under a rock. And but I was looking at some numbers today, and a lot of like websites like were showing that this had actually like no effect on like there was maybe a slight uptick on other streaming platforms that some people have moved over, but like it didn't really matter. For other relevant news, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic becoming Fortnite characters. On other Spotify news, they're spending $320 million on endorsing Barcelona sponsorship. So they're gonna have like the football team. They're gonna have apparently they'll have the Spotify logo on the jerseys, which is incredible. And they still can't pay artists. Then on Bandcamp, because we were talking about Bandcamp before, they released stats on how much better it is for new music than other streaming platforms, such as like 50% of their money spent each month is for like music released in the past 90 days, and like 75% is for the past year. And that's in comparison to other streaming platforms where most of the catalog that they're playing is older. And so if you're trying to release new music, I think Bandcamp is the way to go, especially after all the Spotify shit show. Can I say shit show? Now I can. Yeah.
It's been done.
It's been done. Yeah.
Deed is done.
And yeah, that's it actually. That's all there was.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Thank you, Nick, for our lovely news.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So thanks everyone for tuning in. To end off this segment, we're going to play 2 tracks from our featured artist, Nina Chiodin, and her son more, Sasha, and their track Phase 2, Two Eyes, just to be clear, folks.
She's so beautiful when she's high, dancing with the moon. She don't need no music, cause her heartbeat is her favorite tune. Ain't it beautiful what some people do to feel alive? She's walking on a thread while looking up and begging to survive. She looks lovely even when she didn't sleep at all. Girls are lashes standing on the edge and waiting for the fall. Ain't it lovely night and day when I'm breathing her in. It's just perfect when she puts her shirt back on. She parties on and on from dusk till dawn. She can't stop till the pills are gone. You tell me you need more. I know you can do more. You think life is too ordinary for you? Let me show you all the things that you could do. I know you can be more.
Leave behind the cities we loved. Commence phase 2. Tried the different ways my pride could get me tied. I think I took a bite of the wrong fruit, but it's up in the end. I still hate sharing you. Yeah, I never felt so low here. Take a picture. God knows I could never tell you how I'm feeling if I can't see you tight in the rope. How will I know? Now it's harder than ever to read your mind, 'cause I'm tired and angry. I'm okay, it's fine. Yeah, I never felt so low here. It's time that you spoke, dear, and I don't think I'm being clear. Take a picture. God knows I could never tell you how I'm feeling if I can't see you tightening the rope. How will I know? Leave behind the cities we loved. Commence phase 2 of trying the ways I can remove myself from you. Cross my mind from time to time when I go. It's finally the last time I run from home. And you cross my mind from time to time when it snows. It's finally the last time I run from home. Take a picture. I could never tell you how I'm feeling if I can't see you tightening the rope. Oh, I know. Leave behind the cities we loved. Commence phase 2 of trying times. Sex will be the one thing on my mind.
Legends. Well, folks, that concludes the first episode of our Freak Show for the Student Radio. Appreciate everyone tuning in. and we hope to see you again on the next episode.
See you soon, folks.